Yo guys, what's up? What's good? How you guys doing? Trust me, it's your boy Daki. The name is spelled Darki. Obviously, you know it's double E. Quick one. Welcome to Gossip Life News. Today's Tuesday. Another day to be a better person of yourself, better version of yourself. And for those stuff you couldn't achieve yesterday, trust me, you can do it again today. I think it's high time we just put an an end to the fact that if you can't do it on a Monday morning, you take it to next week. Thing is this: Tuesday is as good as a Monday. So whatever you couldn't do on a Monday morning, achieve it on a Tuesday morning. Regardless, we all are winning at the same time. Anyways, today's news is going to begin with a whole lot of basketballs. Naira Marley came through on this page yesterday where he said something concerning an artist, and then he said, "For that stuff you bought, and then we say congratulations. We have not seen you in it. Who is he talking to on this one?" Anyways, in the news, we'll get to know who he was talking about. Begin today's news with Wizkid and Mashallah himself. We saw where he was at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, where he a lot of fans witnessed greatness from Wizkid, where he chilled the fans of about 60,000 capacity at stretch to about 80,000 capacity. Everybody were chilled on by Wizkid performances. We saw where from song of the new project to Made in Lagos to Wizkid is that person that whenever he mounts the stage, he gives them the vibe as it ought to. We saw where we saw the crowd were in numbers, mad numbers everywhere. Everybody came from far and near to witness greatness from Wizkid. We saw Wizkid came through about two attires, and but then he made sure they got the value for their money. We saw earlier of the day where cavemen were training fans with their skills on instruments, one on drums and one on guitar, and everybody obviously had fun witnessing these two guys doing what they are supposed to do best. And moving on, we saw where a lot of fans came out to say, Wizkid, yes, you did good for yourself, but then you are nowhere close to Burna Boy because for Wizkid, we saw fans saying they got ticket for as low as £2, which was about 2,000 naira. And then obviously we saw people dragging those kids saying in Nigeria, Whiskey will not do a show for 2,000 naira. So why do it in the UK? Is it because you want to sell out, or what exactly is your aim for doing shows of just £2? At the same time, we had rumors that state that Whiskey gave out about 25,000 free tickets to people just to fill out the space. All of these just for what are what fans are clamoring for. Moving on, we saw where he was after the backstage, where chilling with the guys, and then he came out saying, Wizkid, I'm the Gen Z OG. So Wizkid is 33 years, but then he's saying he's a Gen Z, but then he's their OG, like he calls himself their Popsy. At the same time, we saw where three lucky female fans this time got hold of Wizkid jacket. The last time Wizkid did this, we saw where a guy get hold of, got rid of the jacket and then dragged me with the lady, with the female fan. Wizkid even had to say, leave it for the lady, but then the guy was effortless to make sure that that jacket, he took it back home. But this time, three female fans, and you could see them all smiling. It just shows the fact that they exactly know what to do with that jacket. Will they sell it? Will they keep it? Will they auction it? They know best what to do regarding the jacket. And moving on, we saw Wizkid become the first African artist to earn the Brit Billion Award for over 1 billion streams in the UK. Massive one. Like we said, after you do tour like this, when you go on tour, you're been on the road, your numbers are going to increase. And Wizkid numbers are increasing drastically. And this time, he became the first African artist to earn the Brit Billion Award for over 1 billion streams. And that's in the UK. Massive, massive one and big one to Wizkid on that one. Moving on, we have Rema as the next guy on the news. We saw where over the weekend was at Houston, where Davido came to surprise him, and then Davido gave him his deserving flowers. Where Davido said Rema has made the most sales and obviously presently has the most viewed on YouTube as we speak. At the same time, it's at the point in the US, whenever they ask them, the black, where are you from? They want to say we're Jamaicans and all of that. He said, but today the story has changed. Everybody is now proud to be a Nigerian. And then straightforward, we saw where after those accolades, he went straight onto the unavailable thingy, and every fan enjoyed themselves talking about the unavailable dance they saw. Moving on from this one, for Rema is that person that he really knows what to do when it comes to performances, and then he will do just that. You cannot just you can't undermine Rema. Basically, if you do that, you are doing that at your own loss because Rema is Rema and he knows what to do on stage. And moving on, we saw where bras were thrown at him. Where funny experience from Rema where he got to pick up bras. This time he picked up a white one, and then he said, according to Rema, he said there was a number inside the white bra. So obviously the lady came prepared to give Rema a phone number, but then she did that in spite of the bra and all of that. Rema got he held the bra, and then he was like, he saw a phone number, and then he said he was going to reach out to the lady on after the show. So basically, and that's what happened when people go on tours. For the Afrobeat artists, we've seen Oxlade, we've seen Rema, we've seen Burna Boy, we've seen Davido. These guys go on tour and then they get to see bra. So the question is, do these ladies not have anything other to throw than bra? What is my own? I'm just saying my own. And it's moving on. We saw Rema now eligible for platinum in South Africa. The sales were for making sales of over 30,000 units in South Africa. A massive one to Rema for that one. At the same time, we saw for the Rave and Roses project, it has been certified in 2 continents and 4 countries, inclusive of gold in France, gold in Poland, platinum in Canada, and then platinum is in Switzerland. Rave and Roses is the most certified African album ever. Massive one to Rema. At the same time, we saw the Rema and Roses project being eligible for platinum in India, and at the same time, it's also eligible for platinum in Poland. Massive one to Rema for doing good and making Afrobeat the next big deal as we speak. Afrobeat is general, but you cannot joke with them. You don't even know how far Afrobeat is going to go, because if you undermine Afrobeat, you are doing it at your own detriment, because trust me, Afrobeat is growing daily. Like it's growing like wildfire, and it's doing like day by day. So massive one to everybody who's doing it. And Rema being the biggest export as at today, we say massive one and congratulations to Rema on that. At the same time, we saw where like I told you guys, in Poland, that's the platinum big one to Rema on that one. It stands like this for the project. We have gold in Netherlands with 20,000 units, gold in Portugal with 7.5 thousand units, gold in Belgium with 15,000 units, gold in UK with 100,000 units, gold in Nigeria. So funny how Nigeria have like this thing. Kudos to Turntable for that one, but then gold in Nigeria with 25,000 units, gold in the USA with 500,000 units, gold in platinum in France with 100,000 units, platinum in Brazil with 80,000 units, platinum in South Africa with 30,000 units, platinum in India with 200,000 units, and then platinum in Poland with 20,000 units. Basically, US stand as the biggest ground Rema has at the moment with 500,000 units sold, and that's a massive one to Rema. On that one, we saw Rema at yesterday. It was at Denver, and this guy really showed the fans. We saw where he brought out Victoni, and then they had an amazing time together on stage. Anyways, for the Billboard, times are changing, but then we saw Morgan Wallen, obviously, as stubborn as he is. He came back into number 2, but let's see what the coming weeks hold for him. Number 1, we have Tried That in a Small Town as number 1, Last Night number 2, Fast Cars number 3, Fuck Me number 4, and then Calm Down by Rema on number 5. At the same time, more of sad news, but then regardless, Rema has won and is a big one to him. But then for the Billboard Global 200, Rema, for the first time in a long time, has left the top 10. And obviously, while it lasted, it was fun to see Rema on the stage. At the same time, also for the Billboard Global, excluding the USA, Rema also have left the top 10. So while it lasted, I'm sure we all enjoyed it. It was fun to see our own Afrobeat artist, Nigerian boy, doing good on the US numbers and charts. Moving on, we have Burna Boy as the next guy on the news. We saw him doing a recap of what the Love Dominator looked like, and then he has been to 65 events, 42 festivals, 36 headline festivals, 6 performing festivals, 16 arenas, 7 stadium, and then a capacity of about 473,000 total capacity, excluding festivals. Massive one. No wonder it's called the African Giant. And that's why you have the comparison between Burna Boy, Davido, and Wizkid. But for numbers and stadiums and events, Burna Boy stands tall. No one comes close to him. The numbers taste all of that. And moving on, we saw Big Seven gaining over 841,000 streams on the first day in Spotify. And then the song set a new record as the highest first day stream for a solo African song in Spotify history. A massive one to Burna Boy for the song Big Seven. And obviously, people are listening and vibing to the song as rapid as possible. And moving on, we saw for the UK Apple Music Top Song, Big Seven made number 57 as a new peak, and another massive one to Burna Boy for that one. At the same time, we have Merana. You know, when this video came out, people knew the fact that it was for a particular audience, and that number is doing massive numbers because as of today, the streams for this video have surpassed 60 million views in just 3 months. An amazing one for Burna Boy. It was so intentional to the Indian folks, They have the numbers, and obviously the number is speaking for Burna Boy now. 60 million stream views rather is not gain feat, and it only comes by you must just do something good to get a number. So Burna Boy, we all say congratulations to him for that one. Moving on, we saw Belize for the iTunes. Burna Boy got number one for the song "For My Hands." And for lately, yeah, Burna Boy has been doing mad numbers in countries where you never thought existed. We have Anguilla, we have Cayenne, we have Belize, you have some amazing countries you probably never have heard of before. Burna Boy is going there and then having number one spot in those spaces. And moving on, we saw Big Seven debut at number one on the Bahamas iTunes top song, massive one to him. The song has now reached number one on iTunes in three different countries. And moving on, we saw Big Seven becoming the most streamed song on AudioMark this week. Now today is just Tuesday. So AudioMark has made a report of just Monday and Tuesday, and then for these first 2 days, Big Seven is the most streamed song for the first 2 days. Massive one to Burna Boy for that one. Moving on, we saw Big Seven picking at number one on Uganda Apple Music Top Song. Another massive one to Burna Boy on that one. Moving on, we have Naira Marley coming through, and then before the story here, we have like throughout, I think for like last month, it was back and forth between Sheyi Vibes, Zinoliski, and all of that. Somebody gets in a car, somebody gets an apartment, somebody went to buy an expensive vehicle just to prove a point. And obviously, it was looking like it all died down just after Zino came out to say, Naira, Sheyi Vibes will never ever smell number one. And fortunately, that week, Sheyi Vibes got to number one on both song and project, and obviously, it debunked all that Zinoliski said. But this time, Naira is back again to shade another person. Now, is he talking about Sheyi Vibes? For me personally, I think so. But then I'll let you guys do your thoughts about it. He came out to say, since we don't greet you, congrats, we never see you inside that thing where you buy. So obviously, Sheyi Vibe has gotten like two apartments lately, one for his parents and then one for himself, and it has been a good one for him, basically, amazing one. But then Naira is saying we have not seen you in the apartment lately, and I'm asking myself like, have we seen it? Basically, like, okay, obviously we know we've seen Zino in the car. Zino has cruised almost the of Lagos with the vehicle. Ola of Lagos has been there to do a review, so obviously you could tell that Zino is cruising the vehicle. But for Sheyi Vibes, have we seen him in the house? Maybe he leased it out or he rented it out or something. Regardless, let's see what the comments look like and let us see if he's going to respond to this or not. Recall, if he does respond to this, it's not going to be a battle between Sheyi Vibes, Zinoliski, and Naira Marley. When will this end? Let's see when it happens. Anyways, guys, we'll catch you guys on the very, very next one. Stay safe, guys, and always remember just to be very, very careful. I love you guys so much.